I'm here at the George Washington University, where we'll be talking to two co-presidents of the Environmental Justice Association, otherwise known as EJAN. They'll be talking about their new policy and advocacy subcommittee that they just created.
So we focus on environmental justice. Specifically, we try to keep it focused in the DC area, and we have 3 subcommittees where we focus on education, volunteering, and policy work. So essentially, we're both co-presidents. So for the most part, I think we've divided up our roles at least by I do more of the administration stuff, and he does more of the org running part, I would say.
Long-term planning.
There was a lot of interest in the policy and advocacy subcommittee, and there were definitely a lot of people, especially people this year, who were interested in policy and advocacy, but the execution part, like how to go about getting people engaged and then making meaningful impact, that was kind of the hard part that they really hadn't hurdled over.
It was really inspiring at the first meeting, or at our first GBM actually. We had a lot of people, kind of when we brought up the slide, we brought up the idea. We had a lot of people kind of perk up and scan the QR code, which was great. And then at our first meeting, we had almost as many people came to the first GBM that came to the first subcommittee meeting, which was really huge. It was great to see. And we kind of got a lot of input as well as to what people wanted to research and study. And we had our second meeting last week, right?
Last
Thursday. Specifically looking at a policy that we chose, and that policy issue is the DC's waste infrastructure, and specifically how it's inequitably spread across the district.
We had created a survey and sent it out and told people, pick topics that you really want to work on and things that you're really passionate about, because the project is nothing without the people who are passionate about it behind the scenes. So then through that, we chose the topic of equitable land use. But obviously that's a very broad topic, especially when you're talking about DC and just the East Coast in general. You could talk about anything. So then at our second meeting, we sort of narrowed it down, and that's where we had the idea of waste management.
The climate crisis is the issue of our generation, and EJAN provides students with a way to get involved in the movement both locally and nationally. That's going to help us transition from a world that is going to either